Well, good evening, everybody. My name is Mark Krebs. I am a gold qualified consultant with Team Sunset. I've been with Archer and Evolution Travel for the past 18 months, but I have been a travel agent for 9.5 years. So I've got a lot of knowledge and wisdom I can pass on to you guys throughout this training. Tonight's training is on how to fill out our most used forms correctly, and those are the credit card authorization form and the commission tracking form. So these are two forms that you are going to fill out for every single transaction that you make and every trip that you book. So let's go ahead and get started here. So like I said, these are the two most important forms that you are going to use. One of the other ones is your supplier request form, but that is used only a handful of times at the very beginning. But the credit card authorization form and the commission tracking form are the two that you will use for every single booking that you make multiple times. So these forms do need to be filled out for every single booking. The credit card authorization form does have to be held on to per regulations for 6 months after the client has traveled. Okay? Or so for 6 months after they return from their trip, you have to hold on to that credit card authorization form, whether it's in a digital format or in a physical format. The reason for that is because we have to make sure that there are no chargebacks or disputes during that time period. And if there are, you will have a record of said form stating that the client has given you authorization to run their card for that amount. Now, the commission tracking form, as soon as you make the booking, you should be submitting that commission tracking form. If you make any changes to the booking, you actually do not have to fill out a new commission tracking form. Archer will be able to see any changes that you've made in the booking, and they will pay out the correct amount of commission. So you do not have to fill out a new commission tracking form at that point. The only time you would have to fill out a new commission tracking form is if you canceled the reservation or if the vendor provides you with a whole new reservation number for that trip. And then you would have to submit a new commission tracking form. Okay, does everybody understand that? So Kylene just brings up a good point. What happens with a booking made through Viator with a shared link with the clients and the client makes the booking directly? Then we don't have to do anything other than filling out the commission tracking form. So we do not have to fill out a credit card authorization form because you do not have physical control of that credit card number and you are not putting it into Viator's system. Same thing goes for any other affiliate link. So with Disney, Virgin Voyages, AMA Waterways, any booking that is made through your affiliate link and you do not physically take the credit card number from the client, you do not have to fill out a credit card authorization form. So you do have to fill out a commission tracking form for it still because you're going to be getting paid the commission on it, and Archer needs to know who to pay that commission to, but you don't have to fill out a credit card authorization form on it. Now, why are these forms important? The credit card authorization form shows that the client has given you permission to charge their credit card for the amount that the vendor listed on their form for the trip, or with the vendor listed on their form for their trip. Okay. So you always want to charge the amount that you are telling the client that you are going to charge. Case in point, I have a client that is making payments on their Disney cruise for November of next year. Her typical payments are a $100 service fee to me because I charged her a $400 service fee. She just paid off her service fee this week, actually. and then $50 to Disney. So I charge her twice and send her 2 credit card authorization forms. One is for $100, and that is made out to me, that credit card authorization form. And then the second one is made out to Disney Cruise Lines because she is paying through Disney for the trip. Now, if she was to put a dispute on the charge, she would actually, and there was an incorrect billing mistake made by me, she could actually charge that as fraud, and there could be a chargeback put on it. If that were to happen and it doesn't match my records and it comes back as a fraudulent charge, then I would be responsible for paying that charge, that specific charge. And then I would actually lose my position with Archer because Archer has a zero tolerance policy for chargebacks. So what if you add onto the same booking, such as Club Mobe, lounge package through Sandals? Do we fill out another commission tracking form? Kaylee, if you're adding to the same booking and the reservation number has not changed or the booking number has not changed, then no, you do not have to. Archer will see that the commission has increased and you're still fine as long as it's under the same booking. So, and then the important thing about filling out that commission tracking form is that it's used by Archer to pay out your commission when it comes from the supplier 30 to 60 days after your client has returned from their trip. Now, there are different rules for different suppliers. Sometimes you will get that payment sooner. Sometimes it may be a little bit longer than that 30 to 60 days, but that is an average that we say, and it is after they have returned from their trip. Okay. So I just want to make sure that everybody knows that it is after they return from the trip to expect your commission. And the reason for that is because there may be changes that have been made. There may be additions that have been made. There may have been deletions that have been made that need to be credited back to the vendor that reduce your commission that is paid. There's a whole host of reasons why these vendors pay it out after the client has returned from their trip. Some vendors do pay it out, like Virgin Voyages. If the trip has been paid up in full by 120 days prior to sailing, then they pay it out, your commission, at 120 days prior to sailing. That's really cool, really nice. If not, it's at the time of sailing. Or it's 15 days after sailing, something like that. Every vendor is going to have different rules. But the rule of thumb that Archer provides to us is that 30 to 60 days after the trip has been taken. And I would just assume that for every single vendor. Now, where are these forms found? The credit card authorization form is found in your travel cafe under forms and then credit card authorization form. For those of you who are new, this is a new form. This is a fillable PDF, and I will show you what it looks like here in just a minute. For those of you who have been here for a while, make sure you go in and download this new PDF. There's a new link and there's a new look to it, and I'll show it to you guys because there's a new question at the bottom as well. Now, the commission tracking form for all versions, for your package, your airfare, or not your airfare, excuse me, for your package, your hotel, your car rental, your activities and insurance, all of that is found in your website's back office under commissions. So you get to that by going through your main back office at myevolutiontravel.com, click on my travel site, and then click on dashboard if it doesn't take you straight into the back office. And then you hover over commissions and you'll find commissions and commission tracking form. And I'll show you guys where that is here in just a few moments as well. So this is what the credit card authorization form is going to look like. And this is the new look to the form. So you're going to fill in your business name. You must fill in your full business address. Okay. So this is a requirement from Archer. This is the only time that you have to fill in your full address. Even though we work from home, it is a requirement because we are working a home business. You're going to fill in your city, your state, your zip code, your business phone number, and your email address. Okay. You are going to fill in your client's name after the word I, and I'm going to show you guys what a properly filled out credit card authorization form looks like. And then your name will go in under as the independent contractor. The guest name, trip type, supplier name, so whether it's a cruise package or other, so that's the trip type, the departure date and the return date, confirmation number, contact name, name as it appears on the credit card, and the last 4 digits of the card. The only 4 digits of the card, the last 4 digits of the card go on this form. That is for security reasons and to protect your client's confidential information. Does everybody understand that? Okay. And it says it right here in red. To protect your confidential information, do not provide full credit card number written on this form. You will be contacted by your travel agent to provide your full credit card number and CVV2 number. A copy picture of the driver's license and a copy picture of the front of the credit card is needed along with this form. So you will get a copy of the front of their card or wherever their card numbers are located, along with a photo of the ID, driver's license, ID card, or passport of the client and the credit card holder. Okay. So then you're going to continue filling this out. Total charge to the card, expiration date, billing address of the card, city, state, zip, daytime phone number, email address. Now for you older agents, this is new. Travel protection was offered, yes or no? You must offer travel protection to every single client. Travel protection was accepted, yes or no? It is up to the client to accept it. I do push my clients somewhat. This is the only time I really push them on something to accept it. And I tell them the reasons why. And the reason why is because you never know what is going to happen on their trip. Okay, so this gives them a little bit more peace of mind for their vacation. And I'm quoting everything through Tin Leg now because it covers the flights, it covers the rental car if they get one, it covers the resort stay, it covers more on the independent medical insurance, it covers dental insurance, it covers emergency repatriation. So if they have to be brought back to the States because the local hospital cannot provide that level of care if necessary, it provides a lot better coverage than what the vendor's trip insurance coverage has. So I quote everything through Tin Leg. If you guys have questions on how to get signed up for Tin Leg, let me know. I will be more than happy to help you out with that. And their prices are very comparable, even sometimes less for better protection. If the client declines the trip insurance protection, you must explain the risks of declining coverage, including the fact that they will not be covered under any type of insurance protection should their trip get canceled. Should they have to cancel their trip, they will lose out on the money that they have invested in the trip already. If they get sick, they're not going to be covered, and that they are solely responsible and liable for any cancellation penalties and out-of-pocket expenses that they incur at that point. Then you're going to get the credit card holder's signature and the date on it. Now, we need a physical signature. They can use an e-signature program such as Adobe to sign this and send it back to you. Now, if it's within 21 days, then we need them to print it out, physically sign it, and then take a picture of it or scan it back to us. Now, this is what a properly filled out credit card authorization form is going to look like. This was from my trip back in earlier this month to Detroit where I went for regionals. And even if you're taking your own trips, you are going to want to fill out your own credit card authorization form as well and have that on file. Kylene, I will explain how to access TinLeg at the end of the training. So more than happy to explain how to access TinLeg and to get signed up with them. So you guys can see it's got my business information up here with my name, my street address, city, state, zip, my business number, and my email address. I was the client in this case. I put my business name hyphen my name. Since I was the guest, my name. The trip type was a hotel only. And I've got another one for my flights. And another one for my 2 Ubers. And everything else that I took. And I'm holding on to these for 6 months after. My supplier name was direct to the hotel, so the Embassy Suites by Hilton, Troy Auburn Hills. The confirmation number for my suite. My departure date, my return date. The contact name for my trip was me. The name as it appeared on my debit card, me. The last 4 digits of the card, so notice I did not put the full card number. Total charge to the card. Expiration date. The billing address of my card. My daytime phone number, which happens to be my business number. My email address, which is my company email address. Travel protection was offered. I offered myself travel protection, but I did not take it. And I've explained to myself the risks multiple times of not taking it. It was a short in and out trip. I knew I was going to be just fine. I signed it electronically using Adobe. And then I dated it. And I'm going to hold on to this until April 8th of next year. And then I will electronically shred it. Yeah, it was risky in Detroit, Harvey. Especially since I nearly missed my other flight, but it was going to be Delta's problem on the way out there. Yeah, I didn't take my own advice. Okay. So that is a properly filled out credit card authorization form, you guys. So it has to have all of this information on it. And again, you have to hold on to it 6 months post-travel. Now, this is where you're going to find your commission tracking form and other commission information. So when you log into your back office and you see the user guide, so you're going to log into your back office of your travel site. So at myevolutiontravel.com, on the left-hand side, you're going to go to my travel site. You're going to hover over the commissions tab, and you're going to see paid commissions, submitted commissions. Then commission tracking form is where you are going to submit all your commissions. If after 60 days of your client returning, you have not seen a commission yet in your submitted commissions and you're expecting a commission, you can use the where's my commission form, and that will send an inquiry to Archer, and you will be able to find out where your commission is. They will do research. You have to send some information as well, but they will do research and find out if it's been received from the vendor or not. A lot of times, the reason for them not having sent the commission tracking form or not having sent out the commission is because the commission tracking form has not been received. The Akimbo card identifier has not been put into the back office yet. Or it is incorrect, or they got a new card and did not contact the blue box to get it changed. Those are just some reasons. Or it simply hasn't been received by the supplier yet and they needed a reminder to send this. Or it turned out not to be a commissionable trip for some odd reason. So there are tons of reasons. Jack and the commissions team at Archer will figure it out. So this is what the commission tracking form is going to look like. And this is a filled out one with a fictitious booking. So this is for a package. So up here, you guys have 6 different commission tracking forms that you can fill out. One for a cruise, one for a package, car rental only, hotel only, insurance, and then activities and rail. Okay. On every single tracking form, you are going to put the primary traveler's first name, their last name, their phone number, their email address. You're going to select their departure month, day, and year, their return month, day, and year. You're going to include their hotel and their airline and the car rental agency name, if applicable. So if you're doing a package with air, hotel, and car, you're going to put all 3 vendors. You're going to put the trip total price, and then you're going to put your estimated commission total from the company's website. Okay. It is also going to ask you for your booking number. Your booking number is going to turn into your ticket number. So on the first page, before you put in the trip total price and the estimated commission, on that first page, next to please include air, hotel, and car rental agency name if applicable, it's going to ask you for your booking or reference number. So Kaylee, if you run out of space for listing names, then you're just going to shorten it up as much as you can. It gives you 40 characters. So you're going to shorten it up as much as you can. And then that ticket number is your reference number. Now notice that we do not have a space on here for flights. Because remember, we do not get paid traditional commission in most cases for flights. Okay, except in the case of packages, which is why it says please include air, hotel, and car rental agency names if applicable in the package details. Because you do actually get paid some commission on package air. But if you're booking specifically air only, there are times in Centrav that you can receive commission. I would put that in under the activities and rails tab and just put it down as Centrav as your supplier. It'll just say other, and then where it gives you a space to put it, put Centrav and then the airline's name. So again, if you are looking for that, let me just go back here. So if you need to look at your commission tracking form, you click on submitted commissions and you can see when you submitted it. So that'll give you a list of all your submitted commissions. All your paid out commissions, you just go to the paid commissions tab and it'll give you a listing of all your paid out commissions. So if you're looking for something to be paid and you think it's been too long, and you can go back and look at your submitted commissions and see how long it's been, but make sure that it has been at least 60 days before you send that "Where's my commission" form. So Kylene says that she had seen on a recorded training video, the phone and the email, the agent was advising to write down our own information. What is the correct way of filling up this form? Are you talking about the commission tracking form, Kylene? Or the credit card authorization form? The commission tracking form you fill out exactly like this, because it says the primary traveler's first name, the primary traveler's last name. So this is going to be your client's name, your client's first name, last name, your client's phone number, their email address, the departure month, day, and year, return month, day, and year. And then you're going to include their airline, hotel, and car rental agency name if applicable. So all of this is your client's information that you're putting in here. You don't fill it out with your own information unless it is your own booking that you're getting on a gross basis and you're taking the commission instead of a net basis where you don't get paid commission and it's a travel agent discount. Does that make sense? Okay. Are there any other questions? Okay, Kaylee. So regarding the credit card authorization form, how does the client fill it out if it's a service fee credit card authorization form? Same way. I fill everything out personally for my clients, so all they have to do is sign it. So let's go back to the filled out one. So I will personally fill out all of the information, especially if it's a client that I already have the credit card information saved. So I'll fill out the last 4 digits of the card. I'll fill out their information and the total charge to the card. And if I know that trip protection was offered and accepted, I'll fill that out. And then I'll just put the date in here for when I'm going to run the card after I talk to my client. And then I'll send it off and just have them sign it. So, and it would be their name under the guest name and up here, and then up here for your business name. And then for the supplier name would be your business name. And under trip type, it would be service fee. And then confirmation number would be like your invoice number if you're using Square. So I have different ways of charging service fees. I charge a non-refundable research fee of $25 for domestic and $50 for international itineraries right up front. After I do the research and they decide to book with me, I charge a 10% service fee because of all the work that I have done on the booking. So that is my service fee. So I've got a research fee, then I've got a booking service fee. And then I have some other fees that I charge my clients as well. So if it's like a flights only booking, if it's domestic, then it's $25 per ticket that I charge for a ticketing fee, or $75 per ticket if it's an international flight. If there are any changes to the booking that I need to make, I charge a $100 change fee per person. If it's flights, then it's $100 per person for changes as well. So does that make sense how I charge my fees? I can put into here, yeah, let me put my service fees form into here so you guys can actually see how I charge these. This is my service fee agreement form, and I have all of my clients sign this prior to me doing any research so that they know up front. And this separates the lookers from the bookers. So, I mean, if people are serious about booking with me and getting on this trip, then they're going to not have a problem with this minimal service fee for me to do the research, because they know my time is money and that I need to be reimbursed somehow for my time.
Mark, I have a question about insurance.
Yeah, Josh.
So I don't actually have 10 leg yet. I just tonight sent the email off to get my
Okay.
account opened up. Um, and you said that you had to fill out a commission tracking form separately for the insurance.
Mm-hmm.
Can you show us how that would look like? So I've never seen 10 leg. I don't even know how to work it. Just
Yeah,
kind of show us where you compile the data from and put it on the form.
absolutely. I can definitely open up 10 leg and show you guys. So we're just going to pretend that I've got a trip for 2 people, and I'm just going to create a quote here. And actually, this is going to be based on a trip that I'm taking. So,
Hey, Mark, we can't see what you're doing right now. Just want
oops,
to make sure you're aware.
sorry. There we go. Is that better? Can you
Yeah,
guys see
that's
it now?
good.
Okay. So I logged into my 10 leg dashboard. So you'll get, and then we have affiliate links for 10 leg that you can actually send to your client. And this is the link that you're going to actually use to book this insurance, to sell this insurance to your client. So you're going to find out what country is your client a resident of, US or non, what state they're a resident of, how many travelers are going on the trip, how old they are as of the date you're quoting the policy, when you leave home, when they're going to return. Should it include cancellation coverage? Then you're going to put in the total cost of the trip. when did you first make the booking for the trip, and what is one country that they're traveling to, and then you're going to click on quote now. It's that simple. Click on quote now, and you get 8 different quotes that you can bring up for your client with different policies, with different companies. So Star Indemnity and Liability Company, Hathaway Specialty Insurance, Spinnaker Insurance Company, and Berkshire Hathaway. And then you can take a look at the certificates for each one of them. And those certificates are going to tell you what is all included in these policies. So let's take a look at this economy policy from Berkshire Hathaway, because it's only $121 for 2 people, and it includes cancellation for any reason coverage. $100% of the insured cost, up to a maximum of $100,000. If there's a trip delay of 12 hours, there's a daily limit of $150 for the trip delay. So your client would get reimbursed $150 for the delay. If there is missing items from their luggage due to the delay, or something perishable or anything like that, $100 for the first item, $100 per additional item, $500 total for the item shown in the benefit. There's a $200 policy for a minimum of delay baggage for 24 hours. There's a $750 dental insurance coverage limit for emergency dental expense. The maximum limit is $20,000 on the policy. So if you were to if you were to get hit in the face with something and had to have emergency dental care while you were on your trip, you could. And then when you got back to the States, you could use that travel insurance, because it happened while you were overseas or while you were on a vacation. You could use that travel insurance to cover the dental insurance. So, I mean, they've got accidental death and dismemberment coverage. I mean, so Tin Leg is amazing. There's a pre-existing medical condition look back period, but it's only 6 months. So say with me, like I had medical issues last year. I got out of the hospital in June from my last surgery. So I'm going to want a look back period that is longer than 3 months, or that is less than 3 months, something like that. So I'm just trying to catch up here in the chat. So Kaylee, if they cancel a trip using travel protection this way, they actually get their cash back minus the amount of the travel protection. So if they use Tin Leg, it is 100% of the insured trip cost, up to a maximum of $100,000. I would not recharge them a service fee in that case if they had to cancel for a valid reason. So Josh, I would I would share the link directly, honestly, or I would talk to my clients about the quote over Zoom and present it myself. So I would do either one of those options. I have either one of those options open. Or if I'm sitting right in front of my clients, I'm going to present it just like any insurance agent would and present it to them right there. So, are there any other questions, guys? Yeah, Kaylee, tin leg is definitely better than FunJet's travel protection, than any of the travel protection that our vendors have, in my personal opinion. So that's why I've done some research, and that's why I'm starting to quote Tin Legs travel protection. And sometimes you can get it cheaper than the travel protection that the vendors are giving us. Are there any other questions tonight, guys? All right. Well, if anybody comes up with any questions later on, or you need to get in touch with me, here are the ways to get in touch with me. Feel free to take a screenshot of this page. It's got my Facebook profile. You can either follow or friend me on there. My email address is on here. You can shoot me a text message if you need to, or give me a call. I don't care. And you can also visit my YouTube page for more trainings too, guys. It's youtube.com/@72 and sunny travel. So thank you guys very, very much for coming to my training tonight on how to fill out forms correctly. Again, if you guys have any questions, please do not hesitate to let me know, or to talk to your mentors or your platinum. They are a wealth of knowledge available to you as well. So thank you guys very much for coming. And if I don't see you guys on the beaches of the world, I will definitely be seeing you guys at the bank soon. Have a great rest of your evening. Talk to you guys soon.